for a while, and I do understand all of this, but obviously with college and then all this COVID-19 stuff happening, which by the way, that's going to be the only time you hear me say that word, I'll talk about it. I've just had a lot on my hands, as well as obviously me turning 18 this year, which means more bigger responsibilities coming my way. But today I thought I'd jump on, just get a live stream going really of me doing car mechanic. So at the moment we do have a Bentley Continental GT, as well as we do have the Bentley DLC installed. That's the only DLC we do have, so all the other content in here will be just base game. But for the time being, we are going to attempt to try and find another Continental GT. The first one I bought from an auction. It was in mint condition. I just sorted out a couple of panels, cleaned the engine out as much as I could, or as much as I wanted to, and then that was it. So we're going to try and find one in a scrapyard, build it up, and then sell off the one that I bought from auction and keep the one that we hopefully find in the scrapyard. So yeah, we're going to try and get straight into it. We are 100% looking just for a Bentley. If I see any other cars that I like, we most likely will end up buying them. Now, I think I do have a couple of cars in storage that need building up, but for the time being, like I said, we are just looking for a Bentley. So there's the first junkyard done, and obviously no Bentley yet, but yeah. Now I don't know if the music on this game is copyrighted or not, but hopefully it's not. Now if you just give me a second to make sure, you can definitely hear me over the sound. Yeah, you can definitely hear me over the sound. I just checked, so we should be alright with the music. It's not too loud. But as you can see, these are the cars I have at the moment. Like I said, we've got the Bentley Continental GT. Like I said, the engine, I've pretty much cleaned it. There's a bit of like rust forming again, but this car I bought, it was all scuffed up. We repainted it to a different colour to what it was in. We had to put new wheels on, new front bumper, new headlights, and like I said, we took the engine out and just cleaned out the engine as much as we could. But it's a fully done interior. We got like my Audi, I want to say an Audi A3, but one of the newer ones, which doesn't look like a normal A3. This one's all done as well. Obviously the engine's completely been rebuilt. And you got like my Dodge Viper over here. I think, yes, he's got some of my cars that I did have, which I've sold off, had either the Jeep or the Bentley steering wheel, just because it has paddles, even though you can clearly see a gear shifter there. But this one is completely done, as you can see. Cream interior seats, and the engine, we actually swapped the engine because of like a Rolls Royce looking car we had could take this engine, so we took that engine out of the Rolls Royce, fixed it up, threw it in here, and put the nice clean one into the Rolls Royce looking car, and I just sold the car off. And then I think we have maybe two or one cars. Oh, we've got no cars in the parking lot. But like I said, we are looking for a Bentley Continental GT. So we're going to get straight back into looking for one. If we don't find one soon, then we'll just choose a random car, build it up on stream, and then that'll be the stream over. I know it's probably going to be like a short stream, but end of the day, you know, I've just come on here to, you know, to let all yous know that I'm still here. I haven't gone nowhere. Obviously, there's just been a lot happening recently that I've had to focus on more. Obviously, with me getting older, like getting more into adulthood, should I say, or becoming an adult. There's a lot more that I need to focus on now than just, you know, trying to make a video and upload it. So yeah, but if you want to, you know, if you want to know what I've been up to day in day out, you can go and follow my Instagram at Burgoyne James. Also, I run a car page, which is _luxury_cars_01. be sure to go over to the car page, follow. I do post pictures pretty much every day. Now most of the pictures will be Lamborghinis because they're the ones that do the most on the page, but I should be moving on to posting mixed cars again like it was at the beginning. I say, if you already are following me on my Instagram and my car page, just want to say a massive thank you to all of yous. Last year, I didn't think last year was going to get a lot of followers, but it turns out that last year we gained one new follower every single day of the year, and we've almost done it again this year. I think we're like 77 followers away from completing that again this year. So if you're not following me on my car page, like I said, the car page is called _luxury_cars_01. Make sure to go and follow. As I said, we are 77 followers away from my goal of reaching another year full of followers. So yeah, go and check that out. I also created a Twitch account not that long ago. I did a test stream on it to make sure it all worked. It did, and then I've come back on today to go on Twitch to do a live stream, and it's currently not working. It starts to broadcast, but it doesn't appear up on my phone or my iPad. So I'm going to try and get that sorted out. But if you want to go over, and I think it's either follow or like my Twitch account, it's going to be James Bailey 01 for Twitch. So yeah, as you can see, here's one of the Bentleys that's been added to the game. Now we could just build this up. We could. You see DLC. This is the Bentley T Series. I don't know how much these sell for in the game. Now we always could just buy it and put it into storage, but I don't know how much money we're going to need if we do find a Bentley. The Bentley Continental, sorry. But as I was saying before about the engine in the Viper, this is the car that shares the engine with the Viper. So, like I was saying, it's like a Rolls Royce looking thing at the front. I don't know about the rear, but it definitely was at the front. So, but these do sell for about 100k. I usually attempt to get 2 of these, one for a donor car, and then one just for me to actually build up and sell. Now this one could be a good investment. How much is it? So this is 19,935. But this one's like quite done, like pretty much badly damaged. This one, the Bentley is actually cheaper. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna buy that, put it into car park, and whilst we're here, if I'm correct, some of these cars you can check. Yeah. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick this one up as well. And then we're also gonna do probably one more look around to try and find a Bentley Continental GT. If we can find a Bentley Continental GT, then we are gonna be loving it. Like I said, I've always wanted to build one up since I bought the DLC. I wanted to build one, but I couldn't find one. I've gone to auction, I've bought one, and it didn't need that much doing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try and find one. If we don't find one in the next 2 attempts, we'll just end up probably building up the Rolls Royce looking car and selling that one off. And then hopefully later I'm going to be live streaming on Modern Warfare with Leon. So if I do end up going live with Leon, you'll hear him on stream. You can go and watch him, or you can watch me. But yeah, so I'm most likely just going to stay quiet now until we find it, and if we don't find one, we'll have a quick look in 2 barns, well, 1 or 2 barns, and if we don't find one then, and we don't find a donor car for the Rolls Royce looking thing, then we'll probably just build up the Bentley T Series. So yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go and look in maybe 1 or 2 bands. But yeah, that's all we can do really. But also, I am currently in the process of trying to gather money together to be able to go out and buy a gaming PC. Obviously, once we get a gaming PC, it gives us more opportunities to, you know, do videos such as GTA 5 roleplays, you know, GTA 5 story mode roleplay. It gives us a chance to do car mechanic simulator with mods, farming simulator with mods, The Sims with mods in it. So keep your eyes out for me actually doing some PC gaming, hopefully in the future, not so far distance as I'm going to say. Like I said, I am trying to gather some money together at the moment. I'm just trying to figure out, you know, what I can sell, what I should sell, what I should keep. But obviously, like I said, do keep your eyes out for some gaming PC content coming soon, or an update on what's happening with me trying to get either a custom or just an already built gaming PC. But like I said, we're going to do some we're probably going to look in this barn find. If we can't find anything I like, then I think I've got a couple more barn finds that I need to discover, and then if not, we'll go from there. But straight away, we're going to take the Bentley stuff, because obviously that will come in hand either in a later video or anything to do with videos. Now, we should have took that other car out of the scrapyard as a good donor car for this, but didn't think about that. So I would take the Mazda apart as well, because obviously I do have some Mazda stuff that I could be working on. But yeah, as I was saying, pretty much I'm gonna be trying to grow this YouTube channel as well as a Twitch account, just feeling like I've got something to do when I have time to myself, like in the situation the world's in at the moment. Obviously, I have time to grow an account. Like I was saying to family yesterday, I've had time to grow my Instagram car page over the past 2 years. So with what's happening now, I have chance to actually grow another platform that could one day be made into like an income kind of thing. Honestly, with my car account, we have had certain companies ask for, you know, for sharing, for like a little bit of a sponsor for like 1 or 2 posts. So we are currently doing certain stuff with certain companies, such as Deadly, the Deadly brand. We did get a sponsorship off them. Or should I say, yeah, like a sponsorship off them. We did a sponsorship with them for I think a month, and then we stopped. Obviously, we can reach back out to Deadly and say, you know, we would love to work with you again. Obviously, they're up for working with pretty much anyone as long as you do promote their brand and, you know, bring in customers, which I was doing on my car page. So yeah, but we have, like I said, my car page has been doing stuff for me, where, you know, it's been giving me the chance to represent a brand, not such as earning money off that brand, but still being able to represent a brand and, you know, just be able to get my name out there as representing companies such as, like I said, Deadly. I did have another company reach out to me who wanted me to actually hold on, there we go. Who actually wanted me to represent them. It was something like a 40 commission off every sale, giveaways, discounts, a discount code from me, a voucher for me every month. But Obviously, when you look into something like that, you have to look into it very, very deep. And to me, it just seemed like a scam. Obviously, I talked it through with my mum and family members, and they agreed that it possibly is a scam. So I didn't go ahead with that any further. We just left that. Like I've still got the email, I've still got them on Instagram, but at the moment that's just been put on hold because, like I said, we feel like it's a scam. But no, if you guys have any video ideas for car mechanic, Grand Theft Auto, Minecraft, Gran Turismo, Need for Speed Heat, The Sims 4, City Skylines, Modern Warfare, if you have any video ideas for them, please comment them down below, as obviously with you guys helping me choose some video ideas, it's showing me that, you know, it shows me what you guys actually want to see instead of me just randomly coming on and just filming or live streaming any random thing. So your guys' comments do and will actually help out quite a lot with the channel, because like I was saying, it tells me and shows me what you guys actually want to see, instead of, like I said, me guessing on what you guys would like to watch. This looks alright. We've actually got 3 cars in this place as well, which is quite, which is quite hard to actually find in a barn find. Is 3 cars. We're going to take that other Bentley wheel to go with, along with the one we bought before. We will check the cars out in just a second. Take that wheel. Right, so what do we have here? Engine looks okay. We're going to need ripping out in that. What's this one? Oh. Frame conditions good, interior conditions good. It's just global parts condition and global body condition. It's got a V8 in it, which is actually quite nice. And then this one, let's have a look at this one. So this one's got interior, which got stuff wrong with it. Frame condition is good though, but it's the exact same as the one behind me. So I think what we'll do is we'll build up this car here instead of the 2 that I bought before. It's 16,000, so let's buy that, send it off to the car park, and then we're also going to leave in just a second. Let me just check this. Bentley seat, we'll take that. Anything else? So we're going to head back to the garage now. I'll get everything set up. I'll be quiet for a minute, and when I'm ready, like I said, I'll unmute the mic and we'll get straight in to the video. Well, the live stream slash, if you're watching this as a video, the video. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, as you see, we've got all the cars in now. I'm just going to quickly weld up this car, so we know what he's doing when I next come around to doing something to this car. But as you've seen, the muscle car we're actually going to be working on is a Bolt Hellcat, so pretty decent. Yeah, we're just going to leave the Bentley up in the air, and we're going to get to work on the Bolt Hellcat. So yeah. Right, so as you can see, we're currently just stripping down the whole car, you know, brake calipers, everything. We're going to try and just get the car to just the shell, and then we'll take the engine out, and then before we take the engine out, we'll sort out the whole underneath of the car, get all that done, get it on a rolling shell, so that we can get everything put back on the car, obviously apart from putting the engine back in, and then put the car into the paint booth to get that painted, before we do slide, you know, the nicely done up engine that we're going to be doing. So yeah, like I said, we're just gonna quickly get everything taken off this. Obviously, I'm still trying to, figure out the controls because I've not played the game in quite some time. But I think we are now ready to lower the car down. We need to get our engine jack, which is here. Actually, engine crane. Lift 2. And we are going to pull out engine. Let's get that. So we need to... Right, so there's the engine out of, I think it was this that we just pulled. So we should go to the engine bay now. We can pull out all the last little bits. We can go and slap the battery on charge. And we've already got a battery ready as well for the car, which is quite good. I think we should start with the rear. Take all this off, build it all up, try and repair as much as we can before we actually move on to anything else. Now, the brake stuff that's on this car, I'm not used to working with. I'm used to working with, the brake calipers in the front, the brake calipers in the rear. So I'm not really used to working with this kind of setup, especially this setup of the suspension in the rear. I mean, I've always worked on the coiled suspension in the rear, not this. Get a nice close-up of that. But we're just going to get everything removed from the rear before we move on to everything on the front, and then go and repair it all at the station. Anything that needs repairing, we shall, actually anything that we can't repair, we shall buy new, which hopefully we don't need to buy a lot of stuff new, because we are trying to flip this car, or if it comes out decent, keep the thing. There's the whole rear end done. Let's quickly get the front taken apart. We'll do this side first, instead of going round in a circle. Finally found that. Right, that is now everything off the car. Not everything, forgot to take the fender off. But that's now a complete, just shell. Never a complete shell, just a shell. So let's quickly come to the table, attempt to fix as much as we can. Hopefully we are fixing most of this stuff. Now hopefully most of the stuff in this car has been repaired and not destroyed, but we are now about to find out. So let's get, I think it's 4 rubber bushings. Get 4 of them. Let's zoom in. Sorry about that, my mate rang me, but I think it's 2 of these, I'm not sure. If not, then we'll just buy 1 extra one of the other one, just in case we need that one. Right, so it was B. So we do need to go back and buy another B. Which, luckily, we're on it straight away. So let's quickly get to this, try and find this other side. Let's get that on. Nope, and it's come straight back off. First, let's just buy a new one. Notice that when you're stripping a car, you can't really like say, oh, we're definitely gonna need a new one of these, we're definitely gonna need a new one of them, until you actually get on the workbench and you can find out what you need to buy new and you know what you don't because it's got repaired. Now if I'm correct, I think we can put the fuel tank. Oh no, we can't. So we'll buy a new fuel tank. Let's buy a new one of them. And we'll buy a spare one of them just in case. Now on this car we would put performance parts on, but like I said, at the moment I don't know if I'm going to keep the car or sell the car. So at the moment we're just building as if we're selling the car instead of keeping it. We need 2 leaf spring holders, whatever they are. No, so these controls, right, they are quite fast moving on the game, so it is quite hard to get used to the controls and all that. Yeah, don't mind that screaming in the background. I think we are going to have to buy a whole new brake system though in a minute. Oh, we got a lot of brake stuff. So that's this side completely built up. We just need to focus on this side now. We are going to have to order a new part for this side as well, from what I've seen from the other side, which is this. So that's a solid rear. I think it was that. No. Me and my dyslexia. We was close, but we need to. There's that bot. Yeah, so pretty much with me and my dyslexia, I have to check stuff more than once on multiple occasions because, yeah. And there's that one done. So this is pretty much the rear end done apart from the exhaust. Let's jump on this front end. Front suspension. Now that's one thing I was trying to avoid. Was the actual main chassis part thing needing to buy a new one. So we're looking for E. I think that's it. We shall find out. That was it, there we go. So let's get this front end built up. We now need to go out and buy 4 rubber bushings, but we'll buy as many as we can. Just because then we're not constantly coming on to here to buy rubber bushings. Let's buy 10 of them, just in case we need them. We probably are going to need them for other stuff on the car as well. Let's try and fly through getting this done we'll get the wheels fixed up, well separated, attempt to fix them, if not buy new ones, and we shall get the car pushed into the booth and ready to, I should say not ready to, but put some new paint on. I think we are going to need a new full, that is a front sway bar B. Right there we go. No, why did it not buy it? Oh, that's a rare, that's why. There we go. So now this one that I just bought should fit the car. I should really double check what I'm reading before I buy stuff, because it ends up me spending more money. Right, we're going to need 2 new inner tire rods. So if I buy 2 of them and 2 of them. I can't remember what was fixed and what weren't fixed, so we just buy 2 of everything. Luckily we bought 2 of them because they needed to be bought. Right, we are going to have to do some suspension work, so we'll leave the suspension out for the time being. And let's just get all of this sorted first. Front. Like this, like this. I think that was the small bushings we now need to go and buy. So we need to buy rubber bushings and more rubber bushings. So let's buy another 10 rubber bushings. Like I said, always buy more than what you need, especially on a build like this, because as I said, I were going to need more and I needed more. Right, so now we just need to work on this suspension. So we're going to get the suspension taken apart. Yeah, we'll do suspension first, no point doing wheels. So let's get these separated. Get the next one separated. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying the live stream today. Like I said, it is my first one back, so I'm getting used to the routine of, you know, checking comments, you know, getting used to parts and all that. But now we need to see what we need. So we need a new shock absorbent, we need a front spring and a front shock absorbent cap. So if we just go into here, and I think, oh, we're in suspensions, there we go. So we need a, it didn't say A, did it? It just a front shock absorbent. So we need to find just a shock absorbent, but whilst we're here, we'll buy 2 of them. 2 of them. Rare. If I just buy two of them too and give them a quick lockout. So it was A we needed. Right, there we go. Well, I think it was A we needed. I hope it was. Right, let's take this off and go and quickly check, because I don't want to start building suspension and then it turns out it doesn't fit, which it doesn't. So now we need to re-separate the freshly built ones, and we actually need to look for the correct part, which I just realised we've gone past it quite a lot. So we need 2 of them. They're the correct parts that we need, and we should now be able to get on with the work. So as that one's being built, quick come back over here. Let's get this first one in. Like I said, I don't think the music is copyrighted. I'm not sure if it is, and the video just doesn't show up later on down the line, then I'm sorry. I didn't know it was copyrighted. Let's now build up this car. So we need wheel hubs. So we need to go to brakes and just stay on brakes for the time being. So wheel hub, wheel hub. Was it a wheel hub? Wheel hub bearing. We buy 2 of them. Buy 2 of them. Let's throw that on. Throw that on. Throw that on. And then we are going to need to go and buy new pads and I think calipers. So we're going to need 2 pads for the time being, and I'm going to check the calipers in just a second. Oh no, we don't need calipers. There we go. So now that wheel's ready to go on, let's quickly get this side built up, which I think I need to buy a new one of them. I do, so that's a front axle cover. Get straight back into brakes. Throw this in. Throw that wheel bearing in. Throw one of them in. Right, let's go and sort these wheels out. There we are. If we can, we're going to try and fix these and put them on the same tyre, but obviously newer ones. Let's see if we can just repair these rims. So there's one repaired, luckily. Let's try and repair the second one. There's another one repaired. No, I think this last one is going to be really, really hard to repair. I am semi getting scared right now of this one. It's probably going to break. Oh, it didn't. Phew. Right. Now what I do to find out the actual wheel sizes and all that, I come into here, find the rims that we're going to be using, which are these. So it's a 14 with an ETA 0. So if we just do this, so 215 65 14, 215 65 14. 4, size 14, width 265, I think I said it was. By 1 for the time being. Don't remember what the profile was. That was it. So we now need to go back on the Angel. By 3, size 14s with 265. With a profile of 55. Now I feel like this build has actually gone quite fast, but we do have the fiddly part coming up, which is the engine. Now the engine I can get through quite fast, but with the higher horsepower engines, like the V8, they do sometimes take me a little bit longer. So let's go and get the rears on this car. Let's go to assembly mode. No, no mode. Assembly mode. Now, luckily for the main car itself, we have been able to reuse some parts, which is really good for a car when you're trying to refurb it. It just saves a lot of money. So we need to actually click on it, and I do think we're either going to paint it white or its original colour. I'm going to lower it down though, get it ready for put all the car exterior parts back on. Nope, not that. So now this car should be able to sit on all 4 wheels on its own. And we're actually going to rebuild the car back up now. So we need to buy a hood, fender on, put that door on. Now I think we are just going to use the original glass for pretty much the full car. Just because some of it, like I said, well not like I said, but some of it doesn't look bad. The rear tail lights we are going to change. We'll leave them in for the time being though, whilst we paint the thing. Probably forget about it and end up keeping them in there, but yeah. On. Right, so now we need to buy a hood, which really I should have looked to see what the car was called. So assembly, Bolt Hellcat. Right, so we need to go to the body shop now. B-O-L-T. Boom, and there's the HUD we need. And whilst we're here, we shall change out these tail lights. Right, let's move car to paint. That wasn't paint. No, the parking lot. And she's back. Move car, paint. Let's have a quick look at what liveries we have. I think what we'll do, we'll go for black with the white stripes. That looks nice. Shame we can't dechrome the car or anything, but yeah. Now for the way the car sits at the moment, with everything brand new and a new paint job and no engine, this car's value is 21,748, and we spent 16,000 on this car to buy it. So at the moment everything looks good. Obviously we've still got all this to do down here, but before we get the engine back in, we are going to attempt to rebuild the whole inner car now. And then the fuel box is already in. Right, I think it's time to get this engine stripped and ready for a rebuild. Now, one thing I hate about rebuilding cars is these little pin things. They're like my #1 thing I hate about rebuilding an engine. I remember once as well, I was rebuilding a car in this game, and I completely finished building it, but not I thought I was completely finished, but I wasn't. Because I had left the actual injector wires off the car and I didn't realise. So I put the car in, I put the engine in, put the oil in, went to go start it, and it didn't have no lines going to the spark plugs. So yeah, that flopped quite hard for me. Another thing that I've forgotten to do in the past is put these clip Bs on, because obviously, because they're so small, you kind of forget about them. Sorry about that, the mum rang me. Very busy today, aren't I? To say that on a normal day when I don't want to do a live stream, I don't really ever get phone calls. But on this one day when I'm doing a live stream, everyone wants to talk to me. Well, this set looks pretty complete. Which it isn't surprising to say the head was on the top. I say the cover for the head was on the top. So let's quickly get this stripped. It's these things that I hate the most, these push rods. Honestly, one thing I wish you could do in this game was just buy an already built engine. If you could buy an already built engine, this engine would have been stripped and sold off. Whereas you can't, you've got to build them. So we're building this engine. Let's take the head off, I think this is. Yeah, this is the engine head. Let's take the other engine head off. Let's take that off. And let's get all this main wired nonsense sorted out the front. Another thing I hate, pistons. Really annoying, but at least we got all the pistons in here, which is really good to see. But we don't have all the clamps we need to hold the, I think it's the, what is it, the crankshaft. We don't have all the actual hardware to keep the crankshaft in. We're missing one. So we are going to have to get one of them. We're going to need a new oil pan because it didn't come with one. And also, I think this is actually my first video I've done on Car Mechanic. Or sorry, first live stream video I've done on Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. Since owning the game, and I think I've owned it now for almost a year, which is quite bad on my behalf, but let's see how much we can repair. We're just gonna spam X and wait till we get to the actual rebuild and see what needs new stuff, what needs just buying out brand new. I think almost everything then got rebuilt. We're gonna need another crankshaft bearing. I think we need to go right down to the bottom of this. Oh wait, was that it? There we go. We need to sell some stuff. Right. Well, we could have just put it in the warehouse, but we're going to sell some stuff that we do not need. As you see, I love to hold a lot of stuff. If we just sell all this old stuff off the car. That can go. Oh, so the game was complaining that I don't have enough space to get this item in my inventory. So let's just make a lot of space for that item. We'll go buy a whole new exhaust for the car so we can just get rid of all this. That needs to go. That needs to go. That needs to go. Right, now let's see if it actually lets me buy it now. There we go. Let us do it. I didn't have about a lot of stuff to be honest, but I'm going to need a whole new set of pistons. Yay! Let's buy those pistons. Actually, no, first let's get rid of the pistons we actually have in the inventory. So let's go right down to the bottom. And we're going to sell everything apart from the rod clamps. Nope. And now we can buy the pistons. Well, I think it's that we need. I know we can just buy 10 of them. But let's just quickly have a look to see if I bought the right piston. If we have, we can proceed. We did buy the right piston. So let's buy some more of those pistons. 5 more. We're going to need more than 5 more. So we do another 5, we've got 10. So let's get this finished up. One thing I'm not looking forward to is putting all of the belts back on. That takes quite a while. What's that? Let's just throw that in now. I've got just enough left from repairing them to fill the last 2 holes in. Oh no, we don't. We need to buy another clamp. That's quite bad. Which means one of them did break. So we need a rod clamp. Back up to the top we go. There's a crankshaft. There's a crankshaft again for a Bentley. Rod clamp. Okay, maybe that at the bottom. There's me thinking I know it all when I don't. There you go, rod clamp. Boom. So now we need an oil pan V8. I think they're at the top. Yeah, they are. Oil pan V8. I think it's this one. But if not, we're going to buy this one as well. Just to make sure. Whilst the engines rotate, we need the oil filter. Oil filter V8, there it is. Let's get that put on. And now we can back off that. And rotate upwards. Come to the front. Let's get building. Now, like I said before, we could add the performance parts to the car, but it does cost quite a lot. We need a new fuel filter, so let's get that bought. I think it was up here. No, it wasn't. It's next to the fuel pump. Put that in. Got a new cam gear. And we're going to need a new timing chain, aren't we? New timing chain. I don't know where these are. Found it. Let's place the cover on. Oh, timing cover V8. Wow. Didn't know it was that damaged. We are going to need a new belt. So that is... I need to go back up. Bought the wrong one. Again. And now we need to buy belt A V8, and I've just gone off what I shouldn't have. Belt A V8. That one. Put the fan back on. There's front end done. Boom. Let's get these heads back on. Round air filter 1. Rushing to get to the top here. I think it was as right, let's get this sorted. Injector, we're just gonna start searching it. Typed in the totally wrong thing there. So it was No, I'm not talking a lot whilst rebuilding, just making sure I get everything completely done. Because I think we've been doing this now for about an hour or something, I'm not too sure. I think we just need normal ones for this, don't we? Yeah, we do. Buy 15 of them. 2, 4, 6, 8. We'll buy 20 of them. Let's try and get this done as fast as we can. We're gonna have a really shiny car, engine bay and everything else. Rocker arms. Two, 4, 6, 8. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream, by the way. I don't know if I've said that. I'm losing track of what I've said. But I hope you guys have enjoyed enjoying the stream. Not have enjoyed the stream. Like I said, hopefully we are going to be live streaming Leon later on YouTube. I'm going to try and get it onto Twitch. Just because usually you just get passers by on Twitch that will actually join. So try and get some views up on the Twitch. Which, by the way, my Twitch name is James Bailey 01. That is James Bailey 01 for my Twitch. Instagram, you have Burgoyne James, which is my personal account, which I rarely post on, but you can kind of keep up to date with what I'm doing. Or you can go and follow my car page, which is _luxury_cars_01, and you will also that's where I mostly am, is on my car page. So yes, that's where I mostly am, is on my car page. Mostly just because I post on there every day. That's the one that gets pretty much all my attention on Instagram. So yeah. And that's the engine done. I just need to put all this clutch area back on when we get it into the car. Boom. So let's take engine off this. You get the jack, the crane, sorry. With 2. Install and move equipment, return. That's looking nice in there. So this can now be shut and this can now get lifted. Press the wrong button. Now this build is almost over. I think we did sell all the exhaust. No, we didn't. So we need a front exhaust pipe V8. So we can now go to the exhaust section. Finally. Was it A? Yes, it was A. There we go. See? Check and check it again. I think the other side was A as well, yep, just confirming that. And then we need middle muffler. We need 2 of them. And then we need rear muffler V8. We need 2 of them. And then this car's just pretty much done. All we need to do then is put some oil in, test the car, and see what money we're going to make back from it. So from what I can now see, this car is 100% finished. So let's lower it. And let's lower it again. Open the hood. Let's put some oil into this thing. There we go, oil is done. Now let's make sure it starts before we go anywhere else. We're going to move car to gate A. So there's 1 out of the 3 cars we bought today. Completely done. Fingers crossed. Let's see if it starts. Great, it starts. So let's move this to the dyno first, then the test path, just to make sure that we are running 100%. We are going to check the status of the car before we do the dyno though. So let's quickly just car status. So alright, so it's just the windows that are letting us down. But apart from that, everything's 100. It says 39,000. Let's quickly. So there is something missing. Straight to lift 2. We need to get straight under this thing very quick. We're missing sway bars apparently, which isn't good. I have to load it again. So this needs to go up 2 times. I need to get straight under it and look for these sway bars. I honestly don't see where they're missing. We may have to look at where these bars are because I don't see them. Oh, there they are. Phew. Right. Let's lift it up. Well, let's get under it. That's not going to hit the roof, is it? No. So, our little things that are missing are here. Sway bar, front end, B, so we need B and A, and then this car is 100% done. So let's just type in sway, we need A. I know we don't need 2 A's, but we've bought them just in case. I totally forgot about these, so please do mind that I forgot the one thing. But let's get this car on the ground and let's get back into the dyno, where we can test it. Let's get this dyno test done. So it is now, it's not lost nothing, it's completely back to how it was when it was brand new, which is great. So now let's move it over to the suspension test, make sure that everything is okay in that department. Shut our door. So the suspension test room is over here. I didn't know what this was until I saw one of my cars here by accident and I thought I lost it. So let's do the suspension test. Hundred up to now, and I think the front end's gonna get shaken there. That did not sound good. There's 100 again. Everything's 100, which is what we'd love to see. Now, whilst we're here, we're going to go interior, take out that. I think we have a new one. So no more, let's quickly just sit in here. Boom! There's the new one on. Now let's move car front door A, or garage door A1, whatever you call it. Let's jump in it, and then let's actually do the test track. I think we chose the right car. I always jump into the test track and choose the wrong car. So let's hope this is the right one. Once we've done this, we're going to be looking at selling it. So we're going to see how it does. Right, so I think what we're going to do with this car, we're going to keep hold of it for the time being. Yeah, we're going to keep hold of it for the time being. And, yeah, if I want to put some more performance parts in, I can do that later down the line. But we now have two complete cars. The Bentley is going to get moved over the lift, ready for possibly me to record a video of repairing this. You'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, be sure to show me some love. Please hit that like button down below. It really shows that you are enjoying the content we're doing on the live streams or in videos. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notifications so you know when I am recording, doing a live stream / uploaded a video. Make sure, like I said, to comment down below on that video ideas that you want to see next, or live stream ideas. My name's James, and I'll see you in the next live stream / video.